Hey guys, it's April. I decided to just go live and show you guys how to finish assembling the bottom of this box. So I'm just going to give it a moment and see if anybody is able to join me. I know it's last minute, but playback will be available. Let's see. I'm going to pull up my PDF again for you guys. And let's see. We did the top. I'm looking for my steps to the bottom. There we go. Hi, Sue. I'm going to play the intro and get started. I know it's short notice, but again, we're going to give it a minute to let some people jump on. I need to message Mary Lou. All right, and this is where we left off yesterday. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Christine. This is where we left off yesterday. So we finished the top, but I said I was going to cut a piece, and I have for the inside of the lid. Let's see. This is what I've come up with, and I've sized it, but I have not done a test cut yet. So I am going to make it, and we're going to see where we need to go from there in adjusting. I've got myself a couple of sheets of cardstock here, so I'm going to do that while we start assembling. The playback is available, Jessica. We did the top last night, and it came out really, really well. I used Anna Griffin paper for the bow and Cricut red for the base. And this is the lid, but we didn't like the way that the inside of this was finished. It's huge, too. It's a nice box. It's well worth it. The link for this file is on the video description, and it's also in the description of the video, should you need it. The file's well worth the $4. Yeah, it's really pretty. Really, really, really pretty. I just had some leftovers on my mat here. Let me get those off of there. I'm going to set this to the side for now and get this piece to cutting. We're going to see if it fits and if I need to adjust it. If so, we will cover what I did so that you guys can do the same thing. And I'm just hiding a piece that went to the mat I didn't want to go. There we go. All right. You're not following the PDF? Yeah, I'm trying to give you guys numbers as I go so that you can follow along with me. Okay, we're going to cut that piece and see if it works. And I have another piece here to cut just in case. So we're going to remember we did our folders. I pulled a couple of pieces out to check for something yesterday, and I'm not sure which folder they go in, but we will get there. So if you did your page numbers in the little folders, like we said, it should be easy to find your pieces. And because the PDF is not marked with the numbers. As you recall, it just shows the pieces and how she put those together right here. So for the bottom, we're starting with the 2 base pieces. And let's see, let's pop back over. And it says that those are from page 7 and page 8. And I pulled that out of page 7, so here's page 8. So we've got these 2. And I did not fold on that score. That score is a guide, so don't fold that one. That's just going to be the guide for the bottom of your box. You don't want a crease in the bottom. And you're just going to adhere that. Here's the piece I cut for the lid. So we're going to test this and see. I may have gotten it too big. I want it to go in there, but I don't want it to have to be able to pull it back out. It worked. It's not quite covering all the numbers at the top, but it is covering. Let's see. Oh yeah, if you shake it. Yep. So we can just pop that in there and give it a finished look. So before we start the bottom, let me show you guys what I did. I'm just going to leave that. It's still pliable, so the bottom should go on without interference. Super easy. Super, super easy. I love that better. Depends on the felt that you're cutting, Jessica. If it is the flexible, really, really flexible and inexpensive felt, you will need your rotary blade. And if it's the Cricut felt or stiffer felt like the Cricut, you can use your regular blade for cutting it. If it's bonded, you might need your fabric blade, which is a regular blade as well, or your deep point blade. But if it's Cricut felt, then you can use just your regular blade on any machine and other than Joy, and it should work. If it's very fibrous, you may need to switch your setting and go over to a rotary blade setting for it. So before I forget what I did on this so that you guys can cut the middle of your box, and like I said, you can see some of the numbers. It's not a perfect fit, but it does cover that big mass area of your bow being in there, and I prefer it covered. So if you want that option, let's get our design space back up here. What I did, yes, is I took these 2 parts of the heart, which we are going to be using. What I did is I took these. I'm going to ungroup that. And the right-hand side, I rotated to 3.57.46. It's rotated to 357.46. The left side is rotated to 283.03 degrees. Again, that's 283.03. And then I brought them together right up to that score line, a line to the top, just to make sure that it's all there. And then I came over to my layers panel and I selected just my numbers and I deleted them just by simply hitting delete. And then I came over to the right half and I clicked on that and deleted those numbers. You, of course, want to duplicate it. You don't want to lose your numbers and stuff. And then I duplicated the score line on that left half. This is from the bottom. And then I selected the 2 and I went in and I welded them, or you can unite, whatever you want. And then I sized it to 10.5. There it is right there. 10.5 inches. And it fits in there well. So if you want to do that, duplicate these pieces and rotate them, put them together, and weld them or unite them. I'm not going to save that because I don't want to mess up my bottom pieces. There we go. So get back to where I was. So make sure that you are duplicating these two pieces before you weld them and get rid of your numbers. But it is the same piece. And then I just popped it. You saw me just pop it right into the lid. Okay? Super easy. So let's go and put this bottom part together. All right. And get right here. Here we go. I am going to try to use my tape runner for most of this, and if it doesn't work, then I will pop back over to my glue. But I'm going to try to use my tape runner for the biggest part of this. So you have your score line here, and that's number 141. And I'm just going to run that tape runner right down that edge. And then we're going to place this piece on, lined up right at that score line. And press that down. I'm just going to get off my excess glue here with my glue eraser. Although that's going to be lined, so it's not really that big of a deal. All right, so she's done those two pieces. That's step 27 and 28, page 7 and 8. And then page 8, she wants this piece. So I'm going into page 8. And this is the piece that she wants. We only have one more piece in there, so I'm going to take that out and set it to the side. And this is going to line up to 136 and 140. So 136 and 140 has no tab. And so we're going to mountain fold those. And then these are valley folds. So that piece should be folded like this. Okay? And yeah, I'm going to use glue here. Am I going to use glue? Am I going to use tape runner? Let's see. I think tape runner will get it. Use your glue just so you... I'm just using tape runner for time purposes. So you're going to glue those two tabs if it holds. If it's not going to hold, I'll go to glue. And you want to make sure these tabs are on the top. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work for that. So let's glue it. Let's glue, little glue on those. And then you'll want glue on the bottom of these two tabs, because they're going to go on the top. So we're just getting that V in there. And then we're going to line these up here and get those glued down in place. Get those two tabs to grab, and then I'll work on these two. Just holding my finger in this V and then taking my bone folder and rubbing it up against there so I can press up against it to get that glue to hold on those little side tabs. And then you can do these two tabs on the bottom. So it should come together. Okay. The PDF is in the file, Jessica. This is a Design Bundles file. It's like $4. It is well worth it. It is a very well made file. And I show you how it goes together and how to upload it into Design Space. So super easy. We're going to go to page 9. And we need the piece that has number 114 on the end and 133 on the side. 114 on this end, 133, 120, 134, 124. And those are going to line up, matching up those numbers. Remember, these tabs are going to go to the top, and these tabs are going to go to the tabs on this piece are going to the inside of this piece. The tabs on this piece are going to the inside of this piece on top. And it might be easier to work with one tab at a time. So I'm just going to let that glue get tacky on that one. And let some glue be getting set up on that one. I'm just going to set that down. If your glue has a minute to sit, I'm using art glitter glue. It will grab a little bit faster, so we have those. And then these. We can work from there, just bringing those together. Just going to give them a little rub with my bone folder here. Turn this one over. And then just check while it's still damp and you still have room to maneuver that everything is in line. Excuse me, 1 second. Zane. My husband was snoring extremely loud. Okay, so now we're going to do the next tab. And this tab will go on top. It kind of tries to like interlock, which is great. Love it. With the bottom, you can, it helps because you're pressing down at the bottom and you can get that cardstock standing in the right place. I missed my glue right there though. That's what I did. Put that tab to the top. So we're going to do that tab. Walk it back out to that edge if you get it too far in, which I did. There we go. You want those edges to be flush. All right, and now we're going to do the exact same thing on this side, and that is also page 9. And this is, I'm not too sure, I wouldn't hook all these ends together and then do it, but this is the way they did it, so we're going to do it that way. This is 117 to 117. And I think I'm just going to hook these two together first. Some glue all the way down to the end. And just bring it up to that score line. That score line is your guide. And then we're just going to walk it around. Sounds like your husband. Well, we just got back from actually a late lunch. I had a couple of errands to run. And so we went down to the beach, down to Ocean Deck, and had lunch. I don't know why for some reason my glue isn't liking my cardstock the last couple of days. I don't usually have any problem. It usually just grabs and I barely have time to maneuver it. But the last 2 days it's just been a booger. Oh, yeah. All right. So now we've got this tab. I'm going to take that in. I'm a messy gluer. You guys know that already. My wet wipes. Get it off my fingers. Give that a second. Glue there. Hey, Mama Bear. You're doing a sign for your craft room? Can't wait. So, yeah, playback will be available on this, Mama Bear. We just really got started good. I did the inside of the lid. I did a piece for that. And it's floating in there, but it does fit. You might be able to make it about, I don't know, a ½ inch larger and it'll still fit. But I did mine at 10.5, and I showed on the video what I did. But if you want to cut one at 11 and test it instead of 10.5, you can go for it. Let me know if yours fits better at 11 if you do that. All right, and then this last one, we got to get that tab to the top. Yeah, that's my link for Art Glitter Glue. Thank you, Sue, for posting that. I am not an affiliate with them. I use their glue simply because I love it. But that's what glue that I use. And then, let's see if I can, oops, copy. Yep, that's it. I just closed my YouTube page. Let me see if I can get it back. I hope. I hope. I keep clicking the wrong buttons here. Hopefully I won't disconnect us. There we are. Yay, I got it back. Okay, paste. There is the link for, and that is my affiliate link for Design Bundles. That's the link for this heart box over on Design Bundles. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so the next piece is step 33, page 7. Okay, that's going to be one of these pieces. I'm just going to pull these out. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. We don't have that many left. So it wants this piece next. And this is the one, I guess it's going to go this way. 115 and 119. 119, that's it. So this one is going to go on top here. I think, guys, the next one is that. I'm going to look at a couple of steps here. You know, I'm going to put all of these together and do them all at the same time. Because of these small tabs, we just want to make sure that we get them to the right area. So 191, 191, that's where we're going next. These have no scores in them. This is the only one that has the tabs. And those tabs are basically going to be, I folded mine, and you really don't have to fold these because they're just guides. Your score lines are nothing more than a guide. And then 1 192. That's going to be from the other page. 192. Yep, there we go. Just forming that heart. Oops, I put that on the wrong side. Put it on this side. And then this way. So we're just going to line those up. Line it right up on that score. Even though there's score lines on this piece, that's just your guide for lining these up. I folded mine, but it's okay. It'll work. 111, and you want to put it on the back side of that tab, and then bring 111 right up on that score. I still forgot to message Mary Lou. She's going to kill me. And we're going to line that one up. All right. And now we're just going to line it up on these tabs, and we're going to glue that down. So I'm just doing a couple of tabs at a time on this one. This is just a finishing edge right here. And I'm just making sure that it's flush over here on this side. So that's what you're lining up. That's going to help it hold its shape on the base. I don't even have the base of this box on yet. It didn't tell me. Did it? Yes, it did, and I missed it. It was supposed to have been after the other piece. I'm going to leave that for now. This piece is going on. This is 130 and 127 is going to go here. Let's put that on before we go any further. I missed it. My bad. You should have went on after this corner piece up here, or the top of the heart. The bottom of the heart was supposed to be next, and then the sides. Let that be getting tacky. You won't have to fight that piece if you do it the right way, April. So we're going to glue that up. And bring this piece, oops, which is 126 into 126 right here. And on the top, and that one goes on the top there. I wondered why they didn't have the bottom on there yet and started the finishing piece. And they did. I didn't. All right. I'm going to glue this side tab and then this bottom tab. My hand is still bothering me, so my glue is super messy. And then we're going to line that up. Just going to pull them all together. It really goes together pretty easy. As long as you're matching your numbers, you'll be fine. I'm just going to give those a rub just to help them grasp. All right. Looks good. May have to re-glue that corner just a little bit once it gets good and tacky. Hold it loose. All right. And now we're just going to keep repeating all the way around on this top, on all these top tabs. And one last one. And then we're just going to place these and set them on right up to the edge. Get them flush. Thank you, Sue. That'll work. That way if she's not able to make it, she will have the tag so that she can finish her box. Because I know she was working on hers. I had a couple of places where I missed my glue because of my hand, but you guys make sure you glue yours well. I can go back in and still get to it where I missed for now. Make sure you, if you've got any missed places, that you do them now, because I think that next step that we do on this is going to cancel out being able to get up under here with your fingers. So if you've got any gaps or anything you want to fix, now's the time. If you got any places where you're not completely stuck down. Looking good. Hey, Marianne. We're well on our way. We're getting there. All right, the next step after that finishing piece is, did that. The V down here, page 10. Now we're, page 9 is empty. Okay, page 10, this is our finishing pieces, and I cut mine from pattern paper. So these are going to be actually valley folds. They're going to go up like this, like this. Oh, both sides of this show. When you're picking your paper, make sure that you understand both sides are going to show. And I'm good with mine. I wished it hadn't been green on the other side, but I'll live with it. Let's see. So I have to decide here. Do I want my roses showing here or to the inside? I think I want them to the inside. I can live with the green being on the base. Okay. So now we're doing, this is trying to figure out where I'm going from here because I can't see my, okay, there we go. 183 and 180 it looks like. Are you sure, April? Are you sure? No, I'm not sure. Trying to 185. And that's either 180 or 190. Okay. I think maybe I got mine in the wrong envelopes. Oh, all right. Okay. Okay, let's see. This is kind of weird. So we know that that piece is going to go here. Okay. This is going to go. I know those numbers match, so I know they go together right there. And then this is 156, 153. Okay, got it. So I'm going to put these two pieces together next. I'm doing it different. I'm going out of order here just because that's the way my brain works for understanding these pieces. And hopefully I won't have any problem getting them inside. Okay. So this is going to be the bottom of my box here. Okay, got that. But I don't want my numbers to show. So this is 183 needs a tab. Right there it is. 183. So that has to go that way. So let's put those together. 183 to 183. Oops. Line it up on that score. Don't let go till it's stuck. All right, there's one. Then those are all tall ones. That's what's not making sense to me. Ah, there you go. Okay. I was missing a couple of pieces. Then 174 to 174. So we're going to put glue on the back of that because my pretty side is the roses, so I need to make sure I don't have my tabs showing. So there's that piece. And 167 to 167. Now I'm not going to close this in case I have to flip it. You'll see what I mean here in a second. Okay. So there's that one, and this is going to form the heart. This is 147 and 144. So if I flip this over this way, and I just bumped my camera, I'm sorry. Nope. These go on the top of these. So here we are with these. Same thing. 154 to 154. And I'm putting my pretty side, keeping the numbers and the everything to the inside. I may have, this is the way that they're going together because I'm putting my tabs to the inside. But I may have to flip it this way, so those tabs may end up showing anyway. I don't see that happening. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. I may not glue this. I may cut another piece to cover the outside of mine because I don't want my number showing on the inside of the box. That doesn't make sense to me. And 158 to 158. Hopefully this is going to hide the numbers on the top of these. That's what I'm hoping. Okay. So that's that one, and then 145 to 145. Oh, you're having chili tomorrow? All right. All right, so those pieces are together. Now let's see where we're going with this. Get some glue off my fingers while I look at her. Okay, I think I see what she did. I think I see. I think I see. I think. All right, 147, 144, where are you? Right here. So that's going to be like this. This is the inside, and this is the inside. So I need to flip these tabs this way. These are going to fold back the opposite way of what I had them folded. I'm just going to fold them back. Now it's making a little more sense. Okay, so I've got all of those tabs folded back towards the outside, or towards the inside, I should say. And now we're going to line up. What did I say? You have to look at 147 and 144. 144 is right here. So if it helps with it on my mat, I can put 144, 147. So I know that that's my 2 points there. And right here are my reference points. So this is the point right here. And I'm going to glue that on in this manner. So I'm starting actually on this first tab. Start with the first 3 there. Just scooting that in there. Yay, I think all my roses will be showing. I think I have it now. I think I've got it figured out. Would have probably been easier to put this piece on there, and then do this, but I'm doing it this way. And I'm just walking along this edge with the glue, and we're gluing those tabs to the back. That's all we're doing. So just put glue on the top of these tabs and then walk that heart right around the underneath side. I made some pumpkin chili a few weeks ago. I say back in December, January. I loved it. So good. We like chili, though. We like all kinds of chili. I like white bean chili, too. With chicken, white bean and chicken chili. We're basically just making a box to go inside the other box here, guys, in case you're wondering why it looks this way. Might have gotten mine a little too tight, but that's okay. I'm going to live with it. And then we're going to glue this band. Oops, I popped that loose. I know it wasn't dry yet, though. Stick. And we're just going to... I wasn't sure which way this was going to glue. That's why I didn't glue my ends to the end here. In case we had to flip it the other way. Yeah, Frito. I love Fritos in my chili. And sour cream. All right. So if this is correct, it should fit to the inside of this. I need to go through and get my scores a little more. I got mine too rounded here. Okay, a little more geometrical rather than rounded. There we go. Much better. Wonder if I can pull that in some more. There we go. It's getting there. Yay. Of course, I want to glue that in. So I'm going to have to pull that back out. But let's work on this piece. How they've got this piece going on. I'm saying, okay. I'm going to pop it back out. And we're going to look, I'm going to start at the point. It seems to be easiest. 165. There it is. So 165. Here we go. So there's 165, which is going to go here, like so, on here. And then this tab is going to be folded back this way and glued up under. So tab 170 should be $164. Right here. So 164, which is across from the 165. I did it backwards. Should be going on 164 to 164 underneath the tab here. And then we're going to glue this around to the inside of this box to stand up. Then this is going to go in, and then 165, this tab would fold over the top of this. We're good. We got it. So all of these tabs, I'm going to fold these back this way so I don't get confused. All of the bottom tabs, starting with 164, the side that has 164 need to be folded back this way. So once you have all of those folded back in this direction, then you want to valley fold all of those inner scores. They're going to fold this way. All right, now back to what did I say, 164? There it is. Okay, 164 to 164 is right here. So I'm just going to start on this tab. We're going to pop it up under this. Now I wished I'd have waited on that finishing piece, because I could have glued the finishing piece and glued this around easier this way, and then put the whole piece on top. Would have been easier to me. We're just going to walk around all of these tabs, sticking them underneath that finishing piece. You've never had sour cream in your chili? It's good. I love it. So good. I usually make my chili with ground chicken or turkey mixed with a little bit of ground beef. When my brother was living, he liked to hunt, and I like to use venison in it. This is going to have to dry before we put that other box in there too. I just know it is. I'm going to have to get some grabbing power. Rare. I have to have my ground beef cooked. I can't. It has to be well done. Okay, I'm going to leave that last tab unglued while I work on these. That way I can bring them around and glue those two tabs together. This goes together fairly easy. It's a little bit of repetitive and tedious, and I didn't get that stuck good. So I'll work on both of these at the same time. Okay. These last two here. Yeah, I think it would have been easier to put these on the finishing piece, this piece here on the finishing piece, and then put the finishing piece, and then put it on here, and then put the whole thing on, just sit down in. I think would have been easier, but I don't know. If you try it that way, let me know, because I may make another one of these. So I'm gluing that tab on the end and that last one, and then we're going to pull that together right here. And I'm just going to go back around, walk around the box and make sure that all of those pieces are sticking, that nothing turned loose on me, because I'm doing mine on camera so that you guys can see how it goes together, and so I'm not letting my glue thoroughly dry in between steps. So all of these tabs will be folded back in this direction. Can do that while it dries. Make sure it's all stuck there. All right. Let me get some glue off of my fingers, and then we'll attempt to put this in. Is everybody with me? You guys got quiet. All right. So now this piece, we're just going to work our way right inside. Pretty. It has to be in there good. And then these tabs are going to fold over. I got a little warping on mine. Maybe that's why they didn't do it that way. Get in there. Push it out a little bit. You have to. Yeah, I would say put this piece on before. I don't know. It's kind of weird how it goes. Maybe follow their direction on this one and not mine. Get in there. There we go. Just have to pull up on this piece and work on it. It will lift up with your finishing piece. So we're going to be folding these tabs over and giving them that finished edge. So I'm just gonna pick a spot and go around. I haven't glued that into the bottom, and there's a reason for that. That way you can shift this piece should you need to as you do these steps. It's not going anywhere. There's no need to glue it. It's taut in there. And that's going to give it the nice finished little edge on the top. Just make sure that the top of your piece here is up on your scored line there so that it folds over nicely. It's a very nice box. It feels a little flimsy when you're putting this layer on here, but it sturdies up really fast when you get the other pieces on. So don't let it fool you, because I'm like, man, that's not going to be well. But then by the time that you get to the other steps and get them on there, it's nice. Now I'm going to go back this way a little bit so that I can pull and work on these pieces. Working from these points around is going to help these points line up, I think, a little bit better. Just make sure that your top of this one is on the edge of that score. Right up to the score. Not on the score, but right up to it. Because if you pull on this, you're pulling up this bottom, essentially, and it's giving you that play back into it. And now for this V, I'm going to alternate back and forth on these last few pieces, just from experience of putting other things of odd shape together in the past. I got one little area here that's not quite lining up for me. But that was probably me and my gluing errors. So I'm going to have to live with it. I can't take it apart at this point. But I seriously think that I would put the two bottom pieces, this is the way that I would do it. Put the two bottom pieces together. Then put this piece onto the, put all of these in a line them up together, and put, without gluing the end together, don't do your last tab, just one straight line of both of these, the tall one and the short one, and then put this one on your wrong side to the wrong side with your numbers and fold these tabs over, and then glue this entire piece to the bottom, having your tabs out. No, you can't do that because then you can't glue it in. Skip that. Scratch that, because that wouldn't work. Then you wouldn't be able to get to your finishing tab. Well, you could put your finishing tab on and then set the whole thing in and your finishing tabs in. You could do it that way. But either way will work. It's still coming out pretty. I had just one little, this one is just off, I mean, not even a 1/4 inch. But it's, I like it. It's good. Moment of truth. Hi, Sandy. Oh, it fits. I think my glue needs to dry and it needs to cure, but it fits. Oh, I love it, guys. It's so pretty. I was afraid that green was going to show, but I should have looked ahead a couple of steps. I love it. How stinking pretty is that? Welcome, Sandy. I'm glad you joined us. We are just finishing up. This has been it's turned into a week-long project. I had technical difficulties on the showing you guys the upload and stuff, so we weren't able to put any of it together. But yesterday we did the lid, and then today we did the base. Fantastic file. The file's $4 over on Design Bundles. Guys, this thing is all in all height. Turn your calendar around, April. There we go. It's just over 6 inches high. What did we determine yesterday? 11, almost 10 and a half, almost 11. Yeah, it's 10 and a half wide and 10 inches tall. 10 inches this way, 10 and a half this way, and 6 inches deep. It's gorgeous. I am in love with it. Mine needs to cure, like I said. I need to let that sit and cure there. But it's not going anywhere. No need to glue the bottom. You can glue these two halves together. No need to glue the bottom into the box because it's glued. The tabs of this layer are glued to this layer and glued to this layer. So no need to have to glue it in. You just set it in there. I think once it gets some weight in there and relaxes a little bit, it's going to come together very well. I'm going to walk around on mine and push this down a little bit more as it dries. Mine's still really wet because I wasn't able to let it dry in between. So make sure that lip, and then it'll sit down on there really well. Yes, it's massive. I love it though. I thought it, when we started it, I thought it was going to be a teeny tiny little box. Maybe, you know, for some treats. This, you could get, guys, you could get a shirt and a mug in there. Shirt, mug, socks, candy. Love it. Does anybody have any, and I did throw that piece in there, and I showed you guys at the beginning how to get that piece and do it. I would cut it at 11 inches and pop it in. I did mine at 10 and a half. Doing it over, I would do it at 11. Does anybody have any questions on this box? I know that not everybody was here that was here for last night's part of it, but if you have questions, please just message me or send me an email, and I will be happy to walk you through it or help you wherever you're stuck at. All right, thanks for joining me. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will catch you on Monday. Happy crafting!